No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as rook. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm going to share some of them stories with you on this channel. I am not feeling good, y'all, but I'm checking out what Big G saying here. He right. You gotta put in that work. Gotta put in that work. Not real.
Because you want me to hold your hand and tell you how great you are, and that you are the best thing since sliced bread. But you ain't put out no kind of hit record, not even close to a hit record. God damn, you can't even spell hit or record.
Now.
But you swear that you putting it down. You laid it down. You ain't mixed, mastered, EQ'd out, nothing. You just throwing some bullshit out there and hoping. And hoping. Look, all right, here's the test. Here's the test. Here's the test. Round up 20 of your best friends. 20 of your best friends. 20 of your best friends. Offer them an opportunity to invest in their career.
Shit, you might not get 2.
Let them know that, hey, U20 will be my core, my seed, angel investor, and this is how we're going to split this out, split out these percentages, so that whatever it is that we grow and blow, you will be on Eon.
Y'all get ready for the show, man. It's inside. Roll that footage. No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as rook. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm going to share some of them stories with you on this channel. What's going on, guys, man? I know y'all hearing me coughing earlier, man, but hey, we holding it down, we getting it in. This is what we're gonna do today. Welcome back to the show. Today we're talking about you've got too much on your plate, and obviously you already know what we got today. We got another blog for you. If you haven't already, make sure you guys go to dreamscapesread.org to check out the children's books. Make sure you go to rawtruenovels.org to check out some of these blogs and get you some books, right? Hope you guys have an amazing day, man. Earlier, I was out there checking out Big G, man. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, bro. I got some well, it's not, well, I got the Vicks. I have the Vicks vaporizer thing Angel was letting me use, right? And it kind of like send all these vapors up to kind of help you breathe. But I got some of this stuff. It is called Stuffy Nose Cough Essential Oil Vapor Chest Rub. So it's something like it. This is a vegan product. So I've been using this stuff right here. I know I sound like I got sandpaper voice right now, but hey, we're gonna roll with the Barry White today. All right. One thing I said, and I really meant that, is I wasn't gonna miss a show, even if I have to pre-record a show, which we'll have to do in September because we're gonna be on the road, driving down that way doing our thing. But yeah, man, I'm gonna drink some water. I got I got my thing right here. Boom, bow, bow. I'm drinking some water, getting this thing going. But I was listening to Big G earlier. He does a show at 7 o'clock, the Rise and Grind show at 7 o'clock in the morning now. And he's really like dropping game like he normally does, you know what I'm saying? And a few other people that I watch. But sometimes I feel we put too much on our plate. We expect too much from each other. We expect too much from people. You know what I mean? One thing I've learned on this journey is do not expect people to be the same way you are. You know, once you grasp that, you'll stop wasting a lot of time attempting to convince people that they need to lock in with whatever it is that you're doing. Because a lot of people got stuff going on in their life. But I know what he's saying. A lot of artists, feel like they are on top of their game, doing things great, making stuff move, man. But if you're not able to transfer that into dollars, or you're not able to move that where it's going to push the needle to where you're able to successfully live just off your music. Not saying that's what you have to do, but got a little ways to go. But I'll get what he was saying. He was definitely putting it out there. Cutting the onion up, put in your socks when you go to sleep. You know what, bro? That's what my grandma would do. Probably is one of Angel remedies too. I'm definitely gonna have to do that. Angel's upset me. She needs you need to go to sleep. She want me to go to sleep, man. But cause I was up and y'all see I was in painting. I mean, every time I look at the painting, it's like completed, but it's just like there can be more. Right? And that's kind of like what we do in life. You know, we tend to put more on ourselves. You know, that's just is what it is. If you're a driven person like me, you're going to continue to deep dive and finding, okay, what's the next play? How can I build? How can I do more? But here's the problem with that is when individuals see that, they know that you're going to go for the gusto. They know you're going to go for it. You know what I mean? So they'll deep dive into you. Hey, man, got this going on, got this going on. I need you to do this. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And I feel Angel kind of breaks this down really, really good. That's a lesson we got to learn, though. No, for real, bro. And I'm learning it each and every day, man. Older I get, the slower I move and jump on to doing things. But I know what it's like not to have that support. I know what it's like not to have that backing. So when I do have it, or when I do have the opportunity, or I see it's something worth tapping in with, I'll do that. I'll do what I can when I can and keep it moving. But it comes to the point where you gotta learn your capacity, and we'll talk about that as well. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into the show, man. Big shout out, first and foremost, big shout out to Bash, man. Shout out to Bash. For y'all that don't know who Bash is, Bash is an artist out here. He also owns one of the finest detailing shops out here, from luxury boats to luxury RVs. The man cleans it all, and he cleans it to the T. The man knows what he's doing. He's very talented. But happy birthday to Bash, man. It's his birthday, so shout out to Bash. With that being said, Blunt Brothers, Blunt Music, T-Lay, man. Shout out T-Lay with the new movies out right now. I really be tapping in what people got going on. Another veteran ours that was out there for Raleigh, man, just dropped some new music and dropped a new album. Shout out to the Flamingo. Shout out to Enrique, man. I did an interview with him a little while back, and bro was really killing it, man, dropping a lot of knowledge. And now he's doing these blogs. You guys can go check him out. He's dropping music. He does a blog for the music. You know what I mean? So if you're into drinking coffee, tea, anything like that, have you a sip, check out the blog in the morning, and he'll be in the studio working. So shout out to his producer, his whole team, and everybody out that way doing their dang thing. You know what I mean? He's currently in Arizona, so it's pretty dope. I got veterans everywhere. I got people everywhere, and I love it. Got bona fide individuals, man. But yeah, that's what we got going on today. Well, welcome back to Inside Look Alive. Inside Speaks, you know what I mean? Angel Thrust Williams, Miss Lynette. Yo, man, that girl got names for days. Don't she? You got aliases. But today we're talking about something that draining people more than we see daily. Something that happens all the time, you know what I mean? Having too much on our plate. Not because life is too heavy. See, today we're not talking about what's bearing down on us, man. We got to uplift the one today, all right? So, because we touched on this topic a few times, right? But it's needed. It's needed. And it's not that life's too heavy, but because people keep piling things on you. Today, we're going to break down how to stop letting folks overload your time, your energy, and your peace. You already know how I am. The first part of the show, we're going to talk about knowing your capacity. That's point number one. You got to know how much you can handle. You know what I mean? The only way you find out how much you can handle is not by going to read no books. It's not about going to read them documentaries. It's not about going to see no doctors. It's about get to the point where you're doing so much, you almost break down. That is your limit. Okay, so you may be tussling with the kids, you still got to go to work and do your job. Then you got to come back home. Then you got to do entrepreneurship on the side. And after entrepreneurship on the side, you got to clean up. After cleaning up, then you got to do your schoolwork. Then after schoolwork, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Not the part where you're just accepting everything from everybody else. Sometimes we bear down on ourselves. So we got to find out what our limits is that way. How much can you hold? What is your capacity? And the best way to find that out is when you almost break down. And when you almost break down, I'm not saying go all the way over the edge, but when you almost break down, that's when you find out how much you can handle. Sorry to say, but that's the only way that works. That's the only way that works, man. When you have given your all, you know what I mean? Like I told you guys before, I ran track, and there's something they used to call field day. I did a lot of field day in some of our schools. I don't even know if they got field day anymore, but used to do a lot of field day. And I'm very competitive. I know where my son gets from, but very competitive, and I don't like to take an L. So I'll push myself to the limit, but I know where my limit is and to where I'm not able to do too much more, right? So, you know, today I ain't reached my limit. That's why I'm rocking out on the show. I may be sick, feeling a little bad, but hey, there's other people that's got it worse right now, right? And we're going to talk a little bit about that a little later on in the show. But you got to protect your plate. If you don't know your limits, it's impossible to protect the plate. It's impossible to protect yourself when you don't know how to protect yourself. You know what I mean? With that being said, in the military, capacity is everything. You don't overload soldiers, you don't overload a squad, and you don't overload the mission. When we are vet and we leave the service, that's something that we forget. That discipline, that ability to tell people, no, I already got too much going on, man, I ain't gonna be able to do it. As a veteran, most of us gonna be like, damn that, nope, I got it. I'm a soldier still. I may not be in the uniform anymore, but I'm a soldier still, and I can put it on. Pass me that water, I'm finna keep it pushing. You know what I mean? If you don't define your limits, people will define them for you. And that's a real thing, you know what I mean? Now, if you got one of them, you know, individuals, you got one of them Blue Falcons, yeah, that's gonna be I'm gonna use that. Right? You got one of them Blue Falcon leaders, you know, they gonna pile it on you to where you're gonna reach your breaking point. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to have some couch statements and all that. But here's the civilian angles of this. Civilian often say yes without without even having guilt, fear, or disappointment in others. Basically, they don't want to disappoint anybody. You don't want to have the fear of telling anybody, oh man, I'm not able to do that. You're just gonna say yes anyway. Maybe you may be in fear of losing your job. You ever had one of those jobs? I know maybe some of you guys may have them right now. You have one of them jobs where it's like, oh man, if my boss asks me to do something and I tell him no, he just might fire me because he done fired the last 4 people who came before me. Kind of get that, you know what I mean? So you say yes to everything. Knowing your capacity, knowing how much you could take, knowing when to say no without apologizing is the key to overcoming that. Here's a few examples. A veteran taking on everyone's problem because the go fix it attitude. Y'all know some of us are like that. And we reach out then we reach Then we tap into that bag of burnout phase. You know what I mean? As veterans, as soldiers with that mentality, we got that, I'll fix this. Man, pass me that duct tape over there. I'm finna wrap this thing up and make it work. Man, go give me them hammer and nails. I'm finna go make this work. You know what I mean? That's that's how we are bred. You know what I mean? We are trained to circumnavigate any problem, anything that comes in front of us. That's how we roll. But when you come back to the civilian world, don't really work as well. Because you keep saying yes, you keep taking on assignments, you keep taking on other people's problems. And as you guys are here in Angel's blog, keep taking on other people's problems. You don't got nothing left for yourself. And you guys heard me say a bit about this, but I feel she can explain a little bit better. So what we finna do is roll and tap into this blog and do that thing. Picture post. Okay. Roll that audio.
The silent bankruptcy, the hidden cost of paying for everyone else's life while yours secretly bankrupts by yours. Truly, Lynette Williams. We talk a lot about financial bankruptcy. We know what it looks like when a credit card gets declined, when a car gets repossessed, or when somebody loses their home. That kind of bankruptcy is loud. It leaves a paper trail. People can see it, judge it, and comment on it. But there is a different kind of bankruptcy nobody talks about because you can't look up the public record for it. I call it the silent bankruptcy. It's what happens when you spend years, maybe even decades, quietly funding, protecting, insulating, and financing the emotional, mental, and financial lives of everybody around you while your own internal account sits at -0. It's the silent tax of being the reliable one. You are the ATM for everybody else's chaos. Think about the position you hold in your family or friend group. Whenever somebody gets into a mess, who do they call? You. Whenever somebody needs rent money, a babysitter, an alibi, a shoulder to cry on, or a long-winded therapy session at 2 a.m., whose phone rings? Yours. You have become the human bank for everyone else's poor decisions. When they mess up their money, you cover the difference. When they mess up their relationships, you pick up the pieces. When they run out of emotional stability, you lend them yours because you always manage to fix it. Because you pull a miracle out of thin air, they assume you have an endless supply. They think your energy is infinite and your patience never runs out. What they don't realize is that every time you save them from a fire they set, you are making a withdrawal from an account nobody is depositing back into. The interest rate is destroying you. Every time you subsidize somebody else's life, you pay an interest rate on choices you didn't even make. You pay for it with your health, your sleep, and your peace of mind. You pay for it with the dreams you put on hold because you were busy funding somebody else's emergency. How many times have you said, I'll focus on my goals next year, or I'll save up for my dream once everybody else gets settled? Here's the cold, hard truth. They are never going to get settled. As long as you act as their safety net, they have zero reason to learn how to walk on their own 2 feet. Why would they learn to manage their life when they know you'll step in and absorb the crash for them? The mirror. Did I volunteer to be the bank? I had to sit down and ask myself something uncomfortable too. Did everybody make me the bank? Or did I keep volunteering to be one? Did they demand that I save them? Or did being needed make me feel valuable? Sometimes we complain that everybody depends on us while secretly being terrified of who we would be if they stopped. Sometimes rescuing people gives us purpose when our own life feels chaotic Sometimes being the reliable one becomes our whole identity. And sometimes saying no is terrifying, not just because they might get angry, but because we might have to meet the version of ourselves who is no longer needed. Auditing everybody else's withdrawals is only half the work. We also have to audit why we kept handing out the card in the first place. Who handles you? You spent years saying, I got it. Don't worry about it. Send me what you need and I'll handle it. And nobody ever stops to ask, who handles you? What happens when the bank finally closes its doors? What happens when you go through a dark season where you need the loan, when your mind is heavy, when your account is empty? You look around and the room is empty. The same people you saved 10 times over will look at you with total confusion the one time you say, I can't help you today. They won't remember 99 times you said yes. They will only remember the one time you said no. Closing the account. It is time to conduct a serious audit on your life. Look at your inner circle and ask yourself, who in my life is a deposit and who is purely a withdrawal? Whose life am I keeping afloat at the expense of my own sanity? Am I helping them or am I addicted to being their savior? You are allowed to close the account. You are allowed to say, I don't have the capacity for this today. You are allowed to let grown adults experience the natural consequences of their choices. Letting someone face the fire they built isn't cruel. It's the only way they learn to stop playing with matches, stop letting your life be the casualty for people who wouldn't offer you a glass of water if your house was on fire. Take your energy back, reinvest in your own spirit, your health, your peace, and your purpose. Because when you go bankrupt trying to save everyone else, nobody is coming to bail you out. It's time to choose yourself. If you want to read the longer version of this blog, please visit rawtruenovels.org and share your thoughts.
Man, couldn't say it no better myself, brother. You know we can't put that cape on for everyone. I'm telling you, I might make that a tattoo, man. That's another great blog from Angel, man. This is what she does, man, as you guys already know. I'm super proud of her, y'all. She is not just a helpmate. She is just not my lady, man. She is the reason why I continue to push forward. Now, I convince myself to continue to go forward. Sometimes I'm a bit hard-headed. Sometimes I forget to take that cape off. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, she knows what she's doing when she put those words together. As you see, I'm being hard-headed right now. I'm supposed to be getting rest and all that. But hey, I just picked up another client. I should have said no, but I'm not. No, I'm not going to say no, because I love what I do. And I think that's a problem too, right? When you love what you do and you're good at what you do, you want to keep that, brand strong. And sometimes I have learned, and I'm still learning. Same way I talk on this show, the same way I talk in regular life. There are days I still learn when I have to say, hey, man, you know what? Now I'm finna chill with my kids today. And I've gotten better over the years. I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten a lot better over the years. While I was watching Big G's show, I already knew Angel was gonna put this type of blog, right? I even went in there and asked, hey man, you sent the blog? She said, yeah, I already sent it. I sent it to you, Angie. I was okay. And then as I was listening, it was like, yo, you know what? There's another way we could swing this, okay? I am proud of anybody out here that has taken the leadership role and led the way and became the example others could be. but they yet to fail to take the first step to be that, right? For the individuals out there that has always came through for individuals, at least when they could, um, and became a crutch for other individuals, I'm proud of you. But I'm also gonna say this: we, as me included, we got to learn to control it. But when your aspirations are so high and you get all this kudos and things like that, kind of what it feels like, man, bro. Every time you get inside, when it comes to graphics, when it comes to video and all that, man, he gonna kill you. Gotta go to him. And I'm a bit hard headed, y'all. I still be like, yep, I got it. Angel be on me all the time. Man, you're not feeling, but I'm gonna tell you this: when Angel gets sick, oh, she not feeling. She not finna do too much of nothing, man. But even at the same time, she the same way though. She the same way. She get out there and fight through it. But she'll get in there, lay down, get her rest, and then get back to knocking things out. There's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with being that person that's able to wear the cape. It's just, it's stuff that come with it. And you get to a point where you have been at that burnout stage, muscle failure stage, mental failure stage at that. You know what I mean? I've touched that a few times, you know what I mean? You ever had strep throat before and still have to go and, do what you got. And I know some of y'all don't be jumping on stages and nothing like that, but there's many a times I ain't feel good. Got out here and still have to promote, still have to get out here and yell out what's going on at the top of my lungs, or at least what I could do, and be like, get in the car and feel all the pain later. Drink water, drive on, salty. But yeah, man, awesome blog. Sometimes we got to figure out, who's always withdrawing from us and who is depositing to us. You're probably going to have more withdrawals than people that deposit. I think that comes with life's journey, period. When you are an asset, like I told you guys before, I only see life one way. Either you're an asset or you're a liability. You could probably see it a different way. Either you are a depositor, you deposit into people, or you are a withdrawer. You constantly take from individuals. Either way, whichever side of the tracks you on, there's things that come with it. Hands down. We're going to get into some of those things, If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Tap in with Jim's IT Publishing, man. Bro has tools and resources a lot of individuals could use right now that I know personally, and I've sent to a few individuals. But one thing I'm going to say, you could take a mug to the water, but you can't make them drink, okay? You know what I mean? That's where I had to learn, hey, man, I ain't got to be a gatekeeper. Sometimes people keep the gate closed for themselves. I can go to the gate, unlock the gate, open up just enough to be, hey, man, here's the information you need, bro. Go do this, come back to the gate, and the gate gonna swing all the way open. Everybody don't choose to do that. Keep personal boundaries, man. Keep your personal boundaries. Stop being the default helper. Y'all know how you get a game? Where a little controller? Here. Demonstrator post. Boom. You know how you get the game? You know what I mean? You playing your little game, and while you're playing the game, when you start the game up, they have something called the default mode. That means basically every time you hop on this game or play this game, right? You're getting the same thing every time, and it's a cycle. Every time. Default mode. You know what I mean? A default helper. Is somebody always controlling you. Just A, B, C, B, D, B, D. Always controlling you. Always controlling you. A default helper. No matter what the reason they calling for. Don't matter what the reason going on. You're going to say yes anyway because you know you are the man or woman to go to. Yep. I've been there too. Don't worry. I told you when we talk on here, man, I'll be talking about myself too. People give you more because you always take more. Yep. Here's the veteran angle. Vets are trained to step up, fill in the gaps, and carry the load. Yep. That mindset becomes dangerous in civilian life. You become the unofficial problem solver for everyone. Key word in that whole statement is unofficial. Unofficial. Off brand. You're the generic one that everybody runs to because they know they can access it. Civilian angle. Civilians often become the responsible one in their cycle. Once people see you handling things well, they dump more onto you. Yep. Vets who always volunteer end up doing the work for 3 people. That's a fact. Now, in the military, you're normally getting voluntold. You probably never heard that term before, right? Well, in the military, it's something called voluntold. You ain't got to volunteer. You're voluntold. That means, hey, something done came down. Sergeants get the information. Hey, man, we need some volunteers for this service over here or this task over here. And the military is, all right, well, you. Y'all just volunteered to go do this thing. It don't matter what the hell you said. No. Get up and go. And sometimes it's hard for us to break that as veterans. Now, the way civilians roll with this is, here's a great example of this. A civilian coworker who always says, I can do it, becomes the office mule. Hee-haw. No, sound like a damn donkey. Ain't an ass, but I'm just saying. Hee-haw. Damn it. You're a damn Eeyore. Tail just to swing it. Everybody got their hand on your tail, pinning you up to go do something. Every time you walk in the office, every time you walk in your cubicle, before you even type into your login name, here comes Joe Blow. Oh, man. Hey, man, his task just came down. Oh, don't worry. I got it. You happy go look ass, go over there and get to work because you don't want to lose your job. Got people messaging me right now. You don't want to lose your job. Big shout out to Trapper Inc., man. New events coming up, new sales going on. I got you, bro. I got you. My bad, guys. I got people want Sexton just received your book in the mail, Angel. That's the message I just got. So, Angel, check it out. Sexton just received your book in the mail. Shout out Sexton, man, for purchasing the book. Boom, bow. I mean, send him a message while we right here. I got this. Yeah, we doing this live right now. Boom, boom, boom. I know, bro, probably at work right now. But check this out. Hey, bro. Hey, I'm live on the show right now, and I'm telling Angel why she watching. I was checking the joint out, right? And I was just saying, appreciate you. That's all I was doing. Just saying appreciate you. Call it real quick.
Yes, sir. Brother, you know it ain't nothing but love since day one.
Man, I already know. Yeah, bro. I appreciate it. I'm sick as hell right now, but I'm still rocking this show. But I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you. All right, bro. Always, bro. All right, look. That just happened, y'all. Live, direct. Man, shout out to the vets, man. So boom. As you see, shout out Trapper Inc. as well. Guys new, you looking for tattoos, man. They got some shows coming up. They just had the radio station that they joined. We'll see some promotion stuff rolling up here a little bit later on. But yeah, I feel I just have to make that call. Bro is always busy working. That bag y'all seeing me rocking with, he's the individual that sent it to me. So for sure. But like I said, some of y'all are the donkey at work. Some of y'all are the mule. Yeah, the Eeyore. If you don't know who Eeyore is, that's from Winnie the Pooh, and he always had this pintail. It's a game back in the day called Peanut Tail on the Donkey. You are the donkey, and everybody pinning their jobs and their problems on you. You are the specialist of your cubicle job. And military specialists always doing all the jobs on the way. You gotta learn to say no without explaining yourself. No is a complete sentence. We heard Big G said that. We don't heard Angel said that. We don't hear so many people say that. But sometimes we don't really understand what that means, right? Military culture teaches us to justify everything. But in real life, you don't owe anyone a mission brief, a sit rep, nor do you even owe them an answer for why you're doing what you're doing. It's true. It's true. Civilians often over-explain their no, which invites irritation. You're damn right. You ever seen somebody tell somebody no when they, man, I know you got it. No, I don't really got it, man. I know you got it. You just got paid. No, I really don't got it. The best way to protect yourself, man, is be comfortable with other people being upset. That's all I can tell you on that one. I ain't write a long note for that one. That's just simple as that. You may not like my answer, but at least I gave you an answer. Okay? You may not like my answer, but I gave you an answer. That's why you gotta delegate like a leader. All right. When it comes to your life, man, there's certain things you're gonna allow, certain things you are not gonna allow. There are certain things that you will be able to tolerate. Not say tolerate lightly. And there are certain things that you're just not going to stand. You are the only one that's going to be able to break that down for yourself. I'm not going to be able to do that because I don't know how much you can take. What's your capacity limit? You know what I mean? Are you the mule? If you're the mule, I can't help you. Just saying. You know what I mean? Delegate like a leader. You don't have to carry everything yourself. You're not a bus boy. Are you the bus boy? You might be the bus boy. If you're the bus boy, hey man, do your job. My bad, y'all. Do your job. You like being a mule, you like being the bus boy. Do your job, man. If that's what you call living, do your job. That's how you pay your bills. Do your job, man. If that's how you keep chapped lip because you kissing so much ass out here to show that you're going to be high speed to get everything done, live your life, man. But I'm going to tell you what, get to the point where you're going to get tired of it. You're going to get tired of it, and one day you're going to explode and let people have it. It happens all the time. This is something that happens all the time. In the military, delegation is survival. I'm just going to put it out there like that. Leaders who try to do everything become liabilities. Yep, because when it comes down to saving a life, you've been doing all this stuff, running around, chicken's head cut off, just running around doing everything, this, that. You are unorganized. You may not have energy left when it's time to get into the fight. You become an instant liability. Vets must remember delegation is strength, not weakness. Something that I'm still learning. Yeah. Civilians often feel guilty delegating, especially at work or at home. And normally, when you delegate at home or you delegating at work, it normally leads to an argument. It do. You ain't the boss of me. Y'all heard that before? I know you heard that before. I've heard that many a times before. You ain't the boss of me. You can't tell me what to do. Who you think you are? Then, for those that are at work, attempting to keep your job because, getting the job out here is hard now. You take it on the chin, you keep moving on. But delegation builds teamwork and reduces burnout. Trust me, you don't put your all behind a project. Well, most people may not know what burnout stage is. You get to that point of muscle failure when it hurts for you just to lift your arm up. You'll start delegating some things. After throwing a few boxes on the back of a trailer, you'll learn to delegate some things. Hey, man, you ain't doing nothing. Come over here and help me. Say, brother, bring that forklift over here, man. Hey, bro, go get that shrink wrap, man. Wrap this skid up so we can go ahead and put this thing in here and get done so we can get off early. Still gonna get paid the same way. Vets running a nonprofit tries, listen to this part. A vet running a nonprofit tries to do every task alone. The mission suffers. A civilian running a household refuses help, ends up overwhelmed. We're all guilty of this. You know what I mean? Protect your peace like it's your gear. Y'all heard me say this all the time. I will go to war over my peace. Each and every time. You know, I'm as sick as a dog right now, but I will go to war over my peace. Hands down. Period. Win, lose, draw. There's nothing else to be said after that. You know why? Because that is it. That is the end all, be all. Once something is costing your peace, it's too expensive. That was in one of Andrew's blogs a few weeks ago. If something's costing, I think, matter of fact, it may be the tenant. Matter of fact, if something is costing you your peace, it's too expensive. It's too expensive. Oh, man. I know you're like, man, we just keep hearing you sniffling. Well, God damn it, listen to the sniffle, because I'm not going nowhere and I'm going to stay consistent. You ain't listening to what you're saying, man. You're putting too much on your plate. I'm just sick. It ain't too much on my plate. This is routine. I'm just a little sick today. Well, I was sick yesterday. I'm a little sick today. But I'll get some rest later on. But check your peace like it's your gear. Your mental load is equipment. If it is damaged, everything fails. Veterans understand gear checks. You know what I mean? Checking your PPE, you know what I mean? For those that don't know, that is the equipment that you wear, that you do your job with, that you're supposed to keep clean, functional, so you can make sure the job is done in a safe manner. PPE, right? Your mind, your schedule, your energy, that is your gear now, right? If you let people overload you, you're operating with broken equipment. This is very true. This is very true. I've worked on projects where I was so tired, I'm end up maybe misspelling something here or moving something too far to the right on the design. I've done this many a times. I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of staying up, working until I get a project done that I really could have expanded out 3 or 4 days. I've done that with videos, man, where I'm rushing through to make sure I get the video out because I know I got another project right behind that one. Then I got another one right behind that one. I've been there. And that's exactly true. If you let people overload you, you are operating with broken equipment. That's for sure, man. Civilians often ignore emotional fatigue until it becomes physical fatigue. I agree with that one. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It is called maintenance. Yeah, you gotta check yourself. Definitely gotta check yourself. A vet who never rests becomes irritable, distant, and drained. Guilty. Talking about me, right? A civilian who never sets boundaries becomes overwhelmed and resentful. It's called AKA stress management, y'all. Stress management, right? Create more no's. Create more no's. Now, here's a better way of saying that. Create a no more add-ons rule. I like that. No more add-on rules. Yeah. That's why I live by a calendar. I go by my little calendar thing. What's on my calendar is what I stick to. Google. Shout out Google. Google Calendar. Once your plate is full, nothing else can get added. You know what I mean? Normally what we do is we focus on things that we have to do, things that we got to knock out. And we don't really make room for healing, taking care of ourselves, you know what I mean? Mental break. I'm guilty of that. I do that a lot. I do that a lot. I have a factory reset my phone, y'all. So now I have to check the phone because I don't have no numbers in this phone at all. So not having any numbers in here. I have to look at it now, unfortunately. But it's all good. Shout out Jared Goff. Shout out Jared Goff connecting the dots, man. Congratulations on the award show. They did an award show in Live Wix and killed it. So that's super dope, man. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Here's a civilian angle on this. Civilians can use simple systems 1 major task per day, 2 medium tasks per day, or 3 small tasks per day. Anything beyond that gets scheduled later or declined. I'll rock with that. I would definitely rock with that. I also would say, as people that watch this show, people that'll see this later on, and I'm going to start taking clips out of these shows, right? Anything that I'm talking about on here, let's say this, anything that I'm talking about on here, I most likely may have been through, or somebody has sent me something. Now, right now, something that you guys probably don't see or haven't seen or heard of is what Keith Lee did. And Angel put me on this. He went out to Gary, Indiana to go help. Now, he may have felt some of this before, putting too much on your plate. Went out there to go help. And he went to go, do what he could to bring some awareness to what's going on out there without them having power. Then he ended up getting these messages, or things came across, I guess it's all across TikTok. And people were upset at him because he didn't come to where they were at. Only one man attempted to do good things out here, and guess what? You still ended up hating on it. Putting too much on our plate. Like I said, sometimes you gotta let people, sometimes you gotta let people fall, because everybody's not gonna be the thankful individuals. Everybody's not gonna be the appreciative, man. Appreciate you, at least shout it out. Edmund could be just doing food reviews and saying screw everybody, and let me just get my bread on my little content and keep it moving. Damn what they got going on over there. Then when you see what I'm saying, man, when it comes to being good at something, there's a gift and a curse. It's a gift and a curse. When you are good at something and you don't know how to control what you're super good at, it becomes a gift and a curse. I'm telling you. I'm just being real with you, dog. Family, having too much on your plate isn't a sign of strength. It's a sign of poor boundaries. You deserve a life where your load matches your capacities, what we talked about earlier. Whether you're a veteran or a civilian, today is the day you stop letting people pile things on your plate. Protect your time, protect your peace, and protect your future. Simple as that. Simple as that. Definitely check out Angel's blog, man. The Art of No. That should be a book, bro. Maybe you might need to write a book. The Art of No. Examples on how to tell people, Negro, please. Sometimes I gotta learn to tell myself no. What I won't do is say no to keeping this show rolling. Yeah, I'll pre-record 10 episodes, you know what I mean, and have them hoes rolling. But, y'all get what I'm saying, man. This is helping me mentally, I'm not gonna lie. It's helping push what Angel's got going on. And y'all know what we do right about this time. Let me go ahead and run these ads. Roll that footage. I pulled over for just a second. I need you guys to do me a favor. I need you to go to jbcomedy.com and go get you a stanky skin tea. You heard it. That's right. And you might be wondering to yourself, bro, why do I want to get a stanky skin tea for? Well, let me tell you. There's a Stanky Skin special out right now that you can go purchase only for $5. And you can go check out the video, stream it, run it, get your laugh in the same way I was laughing. He is a veteran, so you know I'm supporting all the way. I got my ticket. Go get yours. Get you some of that Stanky Skin tea. 100% cotton, unisex. Everybody's included. Have to pull up and let you guys know. It's Inside. Welcome back to Inside Speaks, military veteran point of view. It's only one way to do it, y'all. The right way. Support the people when you can. You may not always got it, so make sure you hit a like, share, and subscribe to everything bro's got going. But if you got a little extra, make sure you go get you some gear, lock in, get you some ticket, and maybe come to a city near you. He's always on the road. Lock in. It's all the way up. Roll that footage. If you haven't already, make sure you tap in with the first annual AuthorCon Ink and Instinct, man. Get ready. Operation Kansas City. We on the way, y'all. We are going to be on the way. We're going on that road. I'm filming the whole thing. A nice little documentary series, mini series. Basically, just filming Angel's journey the whole way through. You know we gonna air it on here, so you guys get to see a bit of that and enjoy the little show. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be something. That means you guys gonna get to see Angel. You're not gonna just see a picture. Yep. I'm filming the whole thing. Yeah. Go meet some of the authors, let them shout you guys out. And, you know what I mean? Appreciate everybody that's been tapping in and all that type of jazz, man. It's going to be some authors here. It's going to be some book writers. I wonder if, you know what? I wonder if there's anybody that actually made comics that's going to be here. That'll be something pretty dope to run into somebody that made a comic that's going to actually be here. But September 12th, 2026, man, they have created a space where writers, poets, and storytellers can come together to share their work, connect, and grow. They've got tickets available right now, so lock in. With that being said, make sure you guys wrap in warmth. You got clothes, you got extra that you can share and help another family out, man. Make sure you lock in with the Yum Yum Project, Yum Yum Cafe, man. They're doing a lot, man. They're the ones that are hosting that luxury pool party as well, that I'll talk about here shortly with Semi. But yeah, man, they're doing a lot of stuff out here. They asked me to go out there and host, but we'll be in Kansas City doing anything. So shout out to Yoshi Baby for even considering me to host. I would have, but you know, we rocking out and Angel's getting this thing rolling. You know, I'm gonna support my girl, right? So shout out to them. Make sure you guys tap in with them, man. They got timelines up in August, November, December, as well as January, all the way through February. So there's many times where you can tap in and help out because these families need it, right? Hell, you may need it. You just never know, man. If you haven't already, make sure you guys tap in with Raw True Novels. That's right, man. As you guys seen earlier, Sexton just got him a book, man. He said it just came in. You know, everybody grabbing these things, and we really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Big G grabbed a couple, you know what I mean? I'm grabbing some for my damn self anyway. So, just love, man. It started, she been writing all these years, you know what I mean? It took a bold step and got these things out here and rolling. And so we have signed copies ready to go here shortly. You know what I mean? So you want to get a signed copy, just let her know and she'll make that thing available, especially when you come pull up with her either in Houston or you pull up on her out there in Kansas. They'll be readily available. With that being said, all over the world is out right now, man. Right now, all over the world. If you're not been seeing, man, we've been putting out the content, the videos, the reels. Bro's really shaking and moving. They got the new paint and sip event coming up, new location. Shout out to the owners out there. A nice, dope establishment, you know what I mean? So he's been doing so much out here. People been blessing him left and right. And just keep blessing him, man. When you do good by people, people do good for you. So shout out to Semi Kush. With that being said, man, been another great episode. Yeah, I'm out here finna put some of this stuff on. There's a pool party that I'm talking about, luxury pool party, man. Shout out to Quest Motion and everybody out there rocking out. DJ Quest, that's right, Semi Quest is out here DJing, man. He got the whole setup. They just spent his music on the radio yesterday. I mean, so radio stations are picking it up. It's super dope, man. So you get time, get a moment, give him a shout out. He'll shout you out back. Throw in the world emojis. We might put a little giveaway together. You know what I mean? So great things are happening. I know I sound like a wounded dog right now, but hey, I am determined to continue this thing and keep this thing moving forward. Like I told Angel, which I don't know is, took like a little 20-minute lap before I even got on here to roll this show. So I am, listen, I'm gonna make this thing happen, right? So like Angel Blog was saying, man, I need to learn to sit my ass down and relax, man. But we got things, good things happening, you know what I'm saying? And this is not a burden on me. This is actually helping me. But yeah, man, It's been another great one, y'all. I gotta get some of these meds in, but big shout out to Continental T. I told bro that I would check the music out, which I did, and just to take it another step further, let me get over here. Boom, boom, bow. I be showing people all type of love, y'all. I do. You know why? Because that's what we're supposed to do, man. 8 years ago, I used to do a show, right? And it was called Inside Look Live LLC, right? And this is where I would sit there and review all people's music. You think I'm lying? I'm finna show it to you right now. You can be like, what? Say what? Yeah, I've been doing this for quite some time. It's just, we want to let people know that we're not new to this, we true to this. We're not new to this, we true to this. My bad, y'all. I keep it real, let you guys know what's going on, man. Here we go, boom. Display, here we go, boom. Display capture, bow, 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 bow. Bing bong, there it goes. All right, there we go, boom. 8 years ago, Angel and I used to roll these shows, man. And we would play music for hours. And we'll have 1,000 or so people on there sometimes, at times. I mean, they'll just be watching, waiting for their music to be played. So that's super dope. But Continental T's got some music out right now that you guys can check out. Let me roll back down to where bro sent to that. Boom, boom, boom. I'm doing this now because I'm just I already listen. I want you guys to kind of hear what's going on.
Ain't no love to show love for. You probably hating on it anyway. What I'm doing so lovely. Where's the love? Ain't no love to show love for. You probably hating on it anyway. But your feelings can't touch me. Where's the love? Like where in hell did the love go? All this hating is making players need love coach. Down to the dirt, but when it rains, the mud flows. Shark gets them to Mr. Fishes fishing from love boats. No confetti, your championship parade floats. Just scapegoats, they hung themselves when gave rope. Jumped from the slave boat soon as she cut the chain letter. From every loss, a lesson taught now my game better. You can't never say love lost when haters won. Since it begun, it was no love, so show them none. I shine like I'm the holy one, but they pray I'm cursed. Was dead broke, but came alive and made it work. Bitches twerk and lift their skirt for the right price. Finish before pleasure, get this cheddar out this nightlife. Make a slight right, or end up left out. She checking you out, just to checking the count. Ain't no love to show love for. You probably hating on it anyway. But I'm doing so love.
Y'all can check it out, man. Make sure you guys go tap in with bro. I like to show people that I actually do tap in and listen. I've already listened, but I want to show you guys on the video. But it's your boy Inside, man. I'm about to hop off of here and sign off. But listen, man, I appreciate you guys for tapping in, rocking out with everything that we got going on. So much more on the way, and I'm working on a new opener. So I think you guys will enjoy that one. But it's your boy Inside, man, and I am going to call it a wrap. I see y'all when I see y'all. Oh, wait. Before I get off of here, y'all go check out what happened with Trump, what he just did. Might have to talk about that tomorrow. Teachers, be careful. Teachers, be careful. I know everybody want equal equality and stuff like that, but listen, be careful. You might end up locked up, but no, we'll save that for tomorrow. See y'all tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning, man. As we do each and every time, man. We have a great time on the show. Roll that footage. Another amazing show, man. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. It's your boy Inside. Make sure you guys continue to like, share, comment, and be involved in the conversation. Every morning, 10 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, we do it again. I'll see you there. I'm going to make my way back home. You guys stay safe. Roll those credits.
stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime.